Top wrestling agents officially become free agents. Some huge WWE surprises coming soon. The Rock angry with a wrestling report, and more. I'm Oli Davis, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Before we get into any of the top stories on this video, there's breaking news. Rhea Ripley used an ass-based move in a wrestling match. In a triple threat against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for her Women's World Championship at a live event in Springfield, Illinois, Ripley hoisted up her attire, exposing the buttock cheeks, to hit Rikishi's stink face move on Nia. Upon seeing this, Shayna then also requested she also receive Ripley's stink face. A clip of the move has apparently broken the internet. A level of virality that seems to mostly be used when it's about women's bums. Which means thirstiness incoming in 3, 2, 1. Here's some Twitter users in reply. God, why couldn't I have been born in Nia Jax's body? When's the next house show in my area? And one going full 2018 Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me. While Ripley's real-life fiancé, AEW wrestler Buddy Matthews, posted, weekly occurrence for me. Whatever that emoji. Is that like a drooling emoji? Yeah, a drooling emoji face. Ripley will defend her women's championship against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania XL, a match both Luke and I predicted Rhea to retain in our Mania episode of 3 Count, which is up right now. Go and watch that after this. But whatever the result, the women's champion might have a very different roster of challengers come Ram. Ram there being Raw after Mania. It's Luke's thing, he's trying to make it happen. Following last week's Tokyo Sports report that 4 of Stardom's top stars will be leaving the promotion, the company has officially announced it themselves, also confirming the long-expected departure of their toppest of top stars, Julia, who is heavily expected to end up with WWE later this year. In an announcement on their official website via me putting it into Google Translate, Stardom wrote, due to the expiry of the contracts with the following players, March 31st, 2024, we would like to inform you that 5 players will be leaving Stardom. We sincerely apologize to our customers who supported the 5 players for this sudden announcement. Julia, Mai Sakurai, Mirai, Yuzuki, and SB3's actually written this down for me phonetically after I butchered it on Friday's episode. Utami Hayashita, Sakurai, Mirai, and Yuzuki will all finish up their dates on the 31st of March, whereas Hayashita and Julia will appear on the Korakuen Hall tournament until the 12th of April. Stardom's is a very interesting story from the past several months. Its original founder, Rossi Ogawa, was fired by the parent company Bushiroad, who also owns New Japan Pro Wrestling, in February, alleging he was trying to poach talent to start a new promotion. He has since confirmed he will be starting a new wrestling company, and it's heavily speculated these 5 wrestlers will join him there. But this new promotion could also directly influence the talent scouting of both AEW and WWE. AEW has a working relationship with New Japan and, therefore, Stardom. Ogawa's new promotion, however, in opposition to his former bosses, could strike up a relationship with WWE. Strengthened by reports back in February that Julia will stay in Japan for a bit longer to help Ogawa launch his new company before she signs with WWE. But somehow, Stardom isn't the only major wrestling promotion in the last few months to get rid of its lead creative force and cause unhappiness amongst talent. TNA are going through the exact same thing right now. TNA's longtime head of creative, Scott D'Amore, was let go just 3 days after Stardom announced they were firing Ogawa. Unlike Ogawa allegedly wanting to create his own company, though, D'Amore was reportedly terminated because his ambitions for TNA were too high. It's claimed D'Amore disagreed with TNA's parent company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, where he wanted to raise the promotion's budget following their steady rise in popularity. January's Hard to Kill premium live event, for instance, which saw them rebrand Impact Wrestling as TNA, was their most successful show in almost 2 decades. Following D'Amore's departure, the TNA roster wrote a letter to Anthem management sensitively expressing their support for Scott and their concern for the company's future. What had become one of the most tight-knit, family-like rosters in the whole wrestling industry was seemingly breaking apart. Now, following the most recent set of TV tapings, PW Insider is reporting that both of the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, longtime TNA wrestlers and single stars in their own rights, both are former world champions with Shelley holding the belt until this January, were given a send-off backstage after the show, as it will be their final appearance ahead of their contracts expiring on the 1st of April. The Motor City Machine Guns are one of the best teams of recent times, and I'd be stunned if Tony Khan doesn't try to buy them for his collection, sign them for his roster. PW Insider also writes that former TNA Knockouts tag team champion Killer Kelly, whose MK Ultra team only lost the belt several weeks ago, has also finished with the promotion, and they're setting up a new partner for Masha Slamovich. Fightful Select, however, is reporting the door is being kept open for Shelley and Sabin to return, and refutes PW Insider's claim about Kelly, writing her contract actually runs through until August 2025, and she's just taking some time off. It's hard to know what wrestling reports I should trust these days, because The Rock has also told me it's all complete horse poo. It was recently reported by numerous outlets that Triple H and Nick Khan had sent an internal memo to the WWE roster reminding them to keep things PG on both TV and social media, as that's a requirement of the network and licensing deals they have in place. Maybe nobody CC'd in The Rock though, because he's been posting 20-minute profanity-filled promos on social media and then doing profanity-filled 20-minute promos on episodes of SmackDown. It was reported that some wrestlers were frustrated by these double standards, as they felt like they could get over a lot more if they didn't have any handcuffs like The Rock. The Rock even seemingly referenced the TV companies complaining about him on social media, writing about his rock concert segment. Networks and standards and practices have issues with my language, but I'd rather be real than not. Then, several days later, on USA Network, Cody Rhodes got to use naughty language, saying words like bitch, dick, and ass in his promo against The Rock on the 18th of March. It caused some to theorize that the WWE memo and Rock frustration stories were intentionally leaked to fuel this storyline, but now The Rock himself has shot back. WrestleMania posted a summary of the Wrestling Observer newsletter's report on X, writing, TKO would like The Rock to follow and set a good example its guidelines of TV PG product. However, many feel the double standards of the Vince McMahon era are back, prompting Rock the Dwayne Johnson himself to reply, this story is complete horse and the conclusion is everybody's right. Everybody's right, kind of. Here's what Meltzer actually wrote about the situation in the newsletter. As one person noted, The Rock does what he wants, and because he's on the board of directors, nobody is going to say anything to him. He also has an entire team of representatives that he surrounds himself with, so any issues they handle while he stays out of the mess with the people he directly deals with. But one person noted that there was a feeling that the era of Vince McMahon's double standards for his hand-picked stars and for everyone else was over, and then Johnson shows up and it's exactly the same. The talent was told that because the company was publicly traded and the wishes of TKO management was to be TV PG, the feeling was that if he's on the board, if anything, he should be the one following the rules to set the example. So there wasn't actually anything in the original report about TKO wanting The Rock to follow the PG guidelines. It was about some talent thinking The Rock should do that to set an example, given his position on the TKO board of directors. If only there was a video diving into The Rock's fascinating career behind the scenes, where he started off as one of the most unselfish top guy wrestlers ever to end up with arguably the most backstage power of anyone. I'd certainly watch that video. It sounds like a really good video. Oh, just one more thing. There is a video like that. I host it. It went live on this very channel at the weekend. Here's a clip. But despite either being the top or joint top guy with Austin for the 6 prime Attitude Era years from 97 to 2002, The Rock had one of the lowest win percentages out of the entire main event scene. Kurt Angle, who I could only use from his debut in '99, surprisingly had the highest at 66.75%. Triple H, unsurprisingly, was next, followed by The Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Chris Jericho, who spent 2 of those years in WCW. And then, second from rock bottom, is Dwayne Johnson, with a 52.95% winning average. The only top Attitude Era star lower was Mick Foley, whose entire gimmick was getting beaten up and losing. We spent so long researching and writing that video, so please give it a watch after you finish this one, comment and share it around too. The Rock might not be the only WWE legend at WrestleMania XL though, because according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, nothing is official, but the belief right now is that Steve Austin, Undertaker and John Cena will have something at WrestleMania in some form. Meltzer notes that there is no creative locked in right now for any of them, and Cena's involvement would likely not involve getting physical for insurance reasons with his upcoming movie production schedule. As for Taker and Austin, what they're willing to do depends on how they're feeling. Triple H has also responded to the platinum record-selling rapper Meek Mill, inviting him to appear at Mania. How would you book Austin interacting with The Rock at WrestleMania? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to people from outer saying Austin should just join the Bloodline too. One more year! One more year! Now click the video on the left to watch my video on The Rock's WWE takeover, backstage politics in wrestling, Hollywood, and beyond.